Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you for a album review, and this is for another new album review that I'm returning to you for, which is the one I talked about doing, which is for Yungblud's new album Weird that I just got done listening to. So I'm going to discuss what I listened to for these 13 tracks and let you know my thoughts on it. So let's dive into this review. Now, I was surprised that there's 13 actually. I thought there was going to be 12 songs, and it would have made the record a little shorter, but I would have been fine with 12 songs. But then we got this new one a few days ago, and it features MGK in it called Actin' Like That, and that's not a bad song. The chorus is pretty catchy, but the way they're singing Acting Like That, I'm like, I don't know if I like it as much. It's not a bad song. I gave it like a 4.5 out of 5, but it's not that bad. Most of the singles on here are great, except for Cotton Candy. Cotton Candy was a little cringy to listen through. It's just that typical love song that is not my favorite. I'm just not a big fan of that song. Strawberry Lipstick was pretty good. It came out back in July. And definitely go check out my review for it if you haven't seen it, because I think you'll like it. I think I did it the day of when it came out, or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. It's been a little while since I've reviewed most of his songs before this album dropped. This was the long anticipated album that we've been waiting for. It was supposed to be out November 13th, but it got delayed due to COVID. And I guess he wanted to work on this album a little more, have a few more weeks to work on it, which that's understandable. And it just came out it just came out now. It was leaked early, but that's fine. It's still it comes out tomorrow or at midnight. So I think you guys are going to enjoy this record. Teresa is a great opener for the album. Super Dead Friends was it was fine. Not something I would go crazy for, but the screams in it from Yungblud is pretty interesting. But it sounds like he's sounding uh what is it? Hindu or whatever in that song. I'm not sure how to say the right name for it or right word for it, but sounds very Hinduish kind of song. The way that Yungblud singing, he's like super dead friends, dead, super dead, whatever he says. Before that, super dead kids with super dead friends. That's what it is. Yeah, I remember hearing that song. Well, don't remember hearing that song, but there's a few songs that I think I heard. Uh, well, I heard most of the singles, but sorry if I'm saying that I've heard these tracks before this album came out. No, that's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying that me listening to this album for the first time, it's actually a good listen. It's not disappointing. Mars, that when I watched the video, I like cried like crazy. It made me sad. It was relatable to me in a certain way, but I don't want to go into discussion about it. I like cried at that video of Mars because it's very emotional, and uh, the song talks about well, the song was made for this person who's a trans, that his fan who's a trans, and their parents were not accepting of it, uh, and the person's parents were not accepting of it, and that's what the song was made for, or who it was made for, and that topic it talked about. being just rejected by your parents or whatever, and rejected by society too, and it really sucks. I can totally relate to that. Talks about a little bit of bullying and harassment too, but still, it's a pretty deep topic and a pretty deep song, so I really liked it. Ice Cream Man was not so bad. God Save Me But Don't Drown Me Out, I really enjoyed. Love Song was very awesome. It was very mellow, but still really good. Charity, I liked. Weird, the title track is great. Wasn't disappointed with it. It's Quiet in Beverly Hills was an acoustic song, but still really good. And the final track, The Freak Show, well, it closed out the album pretty well. Um, it has, the verses may not be as great, but you gotta love that chorus because the melody changes in the chorus. In the song, the melody changes to when it goes to the chorus, and then it sounds really good. And then it goes back to the verse again, that weird verse that Yungblud wanted to go for, and I'm like, this is so weird. Overall, I think Yungblud Weird, the album, was pretty good. I wasn't disappointed with it. It is going to be on my best albums of 2020 for sure. And yeah, I didn't hate this album. I was originally going to give it an 8 out of 10, but considering that he wanted to go for kind of a heavy rock album, I guess you could say rock influence with pop sounds and all that, and electronic sounds, it doesn't sound disappointing. So out of 10, I think I'm going to give Yungblud Weird an 8.5 out of 10. This is a pretty awesome album. I really enjoyed it. I wouldn't say that all the songs are great, but pretty much majority of them are very good and not disappointing. And I was really happy that I got to hear this album finally. I've been trying to find it for the longest time. Tried finding it Monday, didn't happen. Tried finding it Tuesday, didn't happen. So it's a good thing I waited until today to find it. And if you want to find it, it's on Kingdom Leaks right now. And unfortunately, Kingdom Leaks is being taken down, like shutting down or whatever, by January 1st, which really sucks. But hey, there's other websites out there if you want to do some downloading or download music instead of paying for it. But comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the Yungblud Weird album, if you've heard it. And if you like this album review I made for you guys for Yungblud's Weird album, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can to support the channel. I will be returning to you for the Shawn Mendes Wonder album. It's probably going to be the last album I review. Not for the year, but the Deftones Black Stallion album is going to be the last album I review for the year. To end this year for new album reviews, because we are at the very end of the year now. It's the month of December, and I'm like, shit. I'm like, the holiday season's coming up quick. We had Halloween like over a month ago. Then Thanksgiving last week. And now comes Christmas in a few weeks. And New Year's Eve as well in a few weeks too. So I'm pretty happy to do my end of the year list, but I am going to make a special video about my thoughts on the year 2020. That's what it's going to be called, my thoughts on the year 2020. But still, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this album review I made for you guys. Late morning, I guess you could say. Definitely stay safe, take care, And I hope you did enjoy this review. I did the best I could to make it as good as possible. So I'll definitely see you in my next video.